Why is belly fat always the last place to lose fat? It is the great fitness mystery that leaves millions of people staring in the mirror with pure frustration.
You have been hitting the gym for 3 months straight, and your face looks thinner.
Your arms are starting to show some definition and your legs feel much tighter than before.
But when you look down at your stomach, it seems like nothing has changed at all.
It feels like your body is playing a cruel joke on you or actively working against your goals. You might feel like you are failing or that your genetics have cursed you with a permanent spare tire. But I want you to understand that this is not a personal failure or a lack of willpower. Stubborn belly fat is actually a very specific biological mechanism that your body uses to survive.
If you want to finally lose it, you have to stop fighting your body and start understanding the science.
This is a documentary about the hidden biology of your midsection and how to finally master it. To solve the puzzle, we first have to realize that not all fat is created equal. When you pinch your stomach, you are mostly feeling something called subcutaneous fat. This is the soft, jiggly layer that sits right underneath your skin and covers your muscles. While we might hate how it looks, this type of fat is actually relatively harmless to your health. The real danger is lurking much deeper inside your abdomen where you cannot see or feel it. This is called visceral fat, and it is packed tightly around your liver, kidneys, and intestines. Unlike the soft fat under your skin, visceral fat is actually a very active metabolic organ. It functions like a rogue gland that constantly leaks inflammatory chemicals called cytokines into your blood.
These chemicals travel directly to your heart and your brain, causing internal damage every single day. This is why a large waistline is the biggest predictor for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Your body treats this deep internal fat as a high-priority emergency energy reserve. Because it protects your vital organs, your brain is very hesitant to let go of it during a diet.
There is also a massive difference in how blood flows through these different areas of your body.
Visceral fat has a lot of blood vessels, which makes it easier for hormones to reach it.
But the stubborn subcutaneous fat on your lower belly has very poor blood flow compared to your arms. Because the blood flow is so low, your body has a hard time transporting that fat to be burned. This creates the first on, last off rule of human biology that we all have to deal with.
The areas where you store fat first are almost always the very last places to get lean.
Your body views fat as survival insurance, and it wants to keep that insurance close to your center. Think of your fat cells like a series of bank accounts with different withdrawal rules. Your face and arms are like a checking account where you can take money out whenever you want. But your belly fat is like a long-term savings account with a massive penalty for early withdrawal.
To unlock that account, you have to master the hormonal gatekeeper known as insulin. Insulin is the primary storage hormone that tells your body whether to store fat or burn it. When you eat carbohydrates, your blood sugar rises and your pancreas releases insulin to manage it.
As long as your insulin levels are high, your body is in storage mode and fat burning stops. If you're constantly snacking or eating refined sugars, your insulin stays elevated all day long. This creates a state called insulin resistance, where your cells stop listening to the hormone's signals. When this happens, your body pumps out even more insulin just to get the job done.
This high level of insulin acts like a literal lock on your fat cells, preventing energy release.
You could be eating very few calories, but if your insulin is always high, you will struggle. But insulin is not the only hormone that decides the fate of your midsection. We also have to talk about cortisol, which is the hormone your body releases during stress.
In the wild, cortisol helped our ancestors survive by providing a quick burst of energy to run. But in the modern world, our stress comes from emails, traffic, and lack of sleep.
When cortisol stays high for too long, it actually causes your body to break down muscle. It then takes the energy from that muscle and redeposits it specifically as visceral belly fat. This is why people who are chronically stressed often have thin arms but a protruding stomach. High cortisol also triggers a specific part of your brain that craves high-calorie comfort foods. It is a vicious loop where stress makes you store fat and then makes you want to eat more.
This brings us to the most underrated factor in the entire fat loss equation, which is sleep.
If you are sleeping fewer than 7 hours a night, you are fighting a losing battle with biology. Lack of sleep causes your hunger hormone called ghrelin to skyrocket the very next morning. At the same time, it crashes your fullness hormone called leptin, so you never feel satisfied.
A famous study showed that people who slept 5 hours lost 55% less fat than others. Even if they ate the exact same diet, the sleep-deprived group lost mostly muscle instead of fat.
When you don't sleep, your body thinks it is in a state of emergency and clings to every calorie. Before we get to the solution, we need to burn down some of the biggest myths in fitness.
The biggest lie ever told is that you can spot reduce fat by doing specific exercises.
Doing 1,000 crunches will build the muscle underneath, but it will not burn the fat on top. You cannot choose where your body pulls fat from when you are in a calorie deficit. Your genetics decide the order of fat loss, and usually the belly is the final destination. Another myth is that you have to completely stop eating all carbohydrates to lose weight.
Carbs are not the enemy, but the type of carbs and the timing of them matter immensely.
Refined sugars cause the massive insulin spikes that we talked about earlier in this video. But complex carbs like potatoes and oats provide the fuel your brain needs to stay calm. If you cut carbs too low, your cortisol might actually spike, which makes belly fat even worse.
So how do we actually move the needle and see real changes in the mirror?
The first step of the protocol is stabilizing your insulin through proper food sequencing. Instead of eating bread or fruit first, try starting every meal with a source of fiber or protein. Eating a small salad or some broccoli before your main meal slows down the sugar absorption. This prevents the massive insulin spike and keeps your body in a fat-burning state for longer. The second step is managing your cortisol through the simplest exercise on earth, which is walking. High-intensity cardio is great, but it can sometimes raise stress hormones if you do too much.
Walking 10,000 steps a day is the gold standard for lowering cortisol and burning fat.
It is low impact and helps clear sugar from your blood without stressing out your nervous system.
The third step is prioritizing protein to take advantage of the thermic effect of food.
Your body burns significantly more calories digesting protein than it does digesting fats or carbs. Aim for about 1 gram of protein per pound of your target body weight every single day.
This keeps you full and sends a signal to your brain to keep your muscle while burning fat.
The fourth step is lifting heavy weights through compound movements like squats and rows. When you challenge your muscles, you are telling your body that muscle is necessary for survival. This prevents the metabolic slowdown that usually happens when people try to lose weight.
Finally, you must follow the 90% rule, which is all about long-term consistency.
Belly fat takes time to mobilize because of the poor blood flow we discussed earlier.
If you're perfect for 6 days and then blow it on the 7th, you reset your progress. You need to give your body enough time in a stable environment to finally tap those reserves.
Consistency is the only thing that overcomes the biological stubbornness of your midsection.
Think of this journey as a long-distance race, rather than a quick sprint to a finish line. Your body is not your enemy, it is a highly evolved machine trying to keep you alive.
When you provide the right signals through sleep, protein, and movement, it will respond.
The belly fat will eventually go away if you stay the course and trust the science. Stop looking for the magic pill and start mastering the biological basics every single day. You have the knowledge now, so it is time to put these protocols into real action.
If this science-based breakdown helped you understand your body better, please subscribe for more.